there are three sources of love in life: from myself, from the Supreme, and from my family and friends. But today, because I'm body conscious, I don't experience much love from myself. And in fact, sometimes I give myself a good beating. I'm quite self-critical. Love from God. I think many people have faith in God, but whether they really experience a deep loving feeling from God, I'm not sure. It really means that the one real source of love in my life is my family and my friends, and that is absolutely fine. But as life has it, sometimes there's a conflict, sometimes there's a difference, sometimes there's a separation, or even a death. So what happens to my source of life? It goes, and my whole life can go into massive upheaval. What is spirituality? Spirituality is strengthening the first two relationships of life. First, I strengthen the relationship with myself as a soul. And secondly, I strengthen the relationship with the Supreme Soul. And when I sit in meditation, I like to think that I look through the eye of the mind. Sometimes we call it the third eye, that when the intellect has knowledge of God, I can see God, meaning I can understand and I connect and I can experience God. So I look through the eye of my mind and I touch God with my thought energy and with my love. I really feel this real connection. And when I began to meditate, I think I was amazed at the depth of love I experienced. Sometimes I just felt completely bathed in love. A quality of love like I felt in the depths of my memory I had experienced before. And some of you may know of Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, a wonderful woman, an American psychiatrist who used to travel the world. And often she would talk about grief and how we store grief in our hearts. And she would share how sometimes when we have a loss of a loved one or a loss of anything really, it opens up this pre-existing wound of feelings of loss inside. And she used to say that the origin of all grief is that somewhere we lost the connection to perfect love, to God's love. And each time we lose a loved one or we lose something, it opens this wound of disconnection from this perfect feelings of love. I often feel that the subtext of life is this search for true love. We invest our heart in our relationships, in our families. We give everything. You think what you've given to your family, your friends, your children, your loved ones. You give so much. But there's a huge human dilemma, and that is that no relationship is permanent. Whether it is change, whether it is time, whether it is separation, or whether it is death, no relationship is permanent, except the relationship with the Supreme, the relationship with the Divine. This is the one permanent relationship in life. And as we begin to really feel this connection, I start to feel the Supreme as my mother and my father. Because for a completely full life, I need all aspects, all qualities of different relationships. So as a mother, I feel that unconditional love, that complete acceptance, that feeling of absolute belonging, and that nurturing feeling. And this really helps me become strong, but also as a father. And really, probably the main thing in a father's heart is that the father wants the child to have everything that the father has. What does the father have? This father is unlimited in peace and purity and love and happiness. And so that, in a sense, becomes my right too, to really know those unlimited qualities. And when this deep bond with God as my mother and father develops, my meditation becomes powerful. And the beauty is it's natural. It's not that I'm sitting there trying to concentrate, because when the seed of my meditation practice is love, we know that where the heart goes, the mind will follow. There will be natural focus and natural concentration. And this is when I don't see meditation as a chore or something I should do. I love to sit in meditation because the heart fills with the love of the mother and father, and my whole inner world cools down and I feel very settled and calm and strong.